Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Laura Lee Los Angeles Nudie Patootie 2 bundle. If you do want to see a review and a demo, then please keep watching. As a huge favor, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment anything down below. I greatly appreciate it. I read all the comments and I will do my best to reply back. I not only purchased the Nudie Patootie 2 bundle, I also purchased her brush set and the makeup bag. The last two items I purchased was the Cat's Pajamas eyeshadow palette. Let me know in the comments down below if you want me to review this eyeshadow palette on my channel. This came out, I think, last year. She came out with a small holiday set. I already had the first Nudie Patootie palette in my collection. I barely used this eyeshadow palette because I feel like the shades are too light, but I haven't dipped into it after I first reviewed it on my channel. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it right over here if you guys are interested. I also have the 3 liquid lipsticks that she first launched. My favorite shade is called Jaybird. This is my most used shade. The other 2 shades were too light for my skin tone. I'm gonna swatch all 3 of these for you guys. Here's the first shade in Jaybird. As you guys can see, the writing just rubbed off versus the other one here, which I barely use. Jaybird is a beautiful warm brown neutral shade. Next shade is called Topless. This wasn't my favorite and I think it's kind of expired. I haven't used it in a while, but I'll just show you guys. Topless is a dusty pink neutral shade. And the last shade is called Nakey Nakey. This one is a light beige. Shade is a light beige. It was way too light. First gonna swatch with her 2 brand new shades and then we'll swatch the Sleigh Bell trio. Here's a closer look on what the packaging looks like. It says Laura Lee Los Angeles. In the middle it does say liquid lipstick. When you turn it over on the side it does say LL. That's her logo. And then on the other side it says her logo again. It does say the shade name at the very top, which is called Skimpy, and then on the other sside it does have her logo again. On the back you do have the ingredients, her social media, and then how much product you get. You get 0.14 fluid ounces or 4.4 milliliters. Go ahead and open this up. Let's see what the shade in Skimpy looks like. I wish they would have kept the top the same as her previous liquid lipsticks. I'm not sure why they chose the black lid. On the front it does say liquid lipstick, and then on the bottom you do have the shade name. Up at the top it does have her logo again. It says LL. Let's see what the shade in Skimpy looks like. Skimpy is described as a light nude pink. Ooh, I don't think I can pull this off. It's way too light for my skin tone. Next shade is called Show Off. Show Off is described as a deep mauve nude brown. It complements my skin tone. I do want to swatch the shade in Jaybird right underneath the shade in Show Off, just so I can show you guys that these shades might look similar, but they're not. Jaybird is a warm brown nude, whereas the shade in Show Off is a mauve nude brown. Here's a closer look on what the packaging looks like for the Sleigh Bell liquid lipstick trio. Here's what the back looks like. You have the shade names on the back. On the side here you have the ingredients and the barcode. The other side it just has her logo again. So let's go ahead and open this up. Here's a closer look on what the 3 shades look like. First shade is called Pouty and Nice. I do really like the cap of the packaging. It does have a little bit of shimmer to it versus the previous one. It doesn't have any shimmer. It was just matte. First shade is called Pouty and Nice. Shade name is on the bottom. Pouty and Nice is described as a nude pink. This shade is a little bit too bright for my liking. Next shade is called Rose Icing. This is a metallic shade. Rose Icing is described as a pink shimmer. I wouldn't wear this metallic shade by itself. I would wear it as a topper in the center of my lips. The last shade is called Kissmas. Kissmas is described as a wild berry shade. So pretty. This is a beautiful shade. I want to add a little bit of the shade in Rose Icing in the center. Now we're we're gonna open up the eyeshadow palette. I love how they wrap the eyeshadow palette. That way it's nice and secure. So let's open this up. Here's what Nudie 2 looks like. So cute. Here's what the back looks like. I love the packaging. Here's what the back looks like. Comes with a mirror. And here's what the shades look like. Let's remove this plastic. We're gonna start with the first shade in Sheer. It's so soft in the pan. Sheer is described as a shimmering honey nude. The next shade is called Bum. Bum is described as a pale peach. The next shade is called Nudie. Nudie is described as an age pewter foil with silver reflective. The next shade is called Patootie. Patootie is described as a cinnamon brown. I really like that shade. The next shade is called Skimpy. Their soft shadow. Skimpy is described as a deep dusty rose. The shimmer. Very pretty. The next shade is called Low Cut, a matte shade. Low Cut is described as a spice berry. The next shade is called Lush. Lush is described as a golden tan. It's another shimmer. The next shade is called Blushing. Blushing is described as a shimmer blush pink. This one seems a little bit too light. It's there, but it is very faint. The second to last shade is called Cheeky. Cheeky is described as a pink lavender foil with silver reflective. The last shade is called Risque. Risque is described as a matte berry eggplant. A little bit patchy. I'm going to try and build it up. I don't know about this shade. Here we have all 10 shades swatched on the back of my hand. Now we're going to create a look using this palette. I should have washed my brushes before I dip into the palette because they smell kind of weird, but that's fine. Taking the L18 brush, we're going to dip into this shade in Patootie. We're going to be applying this all over the crease. That shade blended out very nicely. I didn't have to dip back into the palette, and look how pigmented it is. Swapping my brush for the L19, we're going to dip into the shade in Risque. Ooh, it's so pigmented. Packing this shadow all over the lid. I'm so surprised that this eggplant shade didn't have any fallout. Taking my finger, we're going to dip into the shadow in Nudie, applying this in the center of our lid. I have a little bit of fallout from the shadow in Nudie. It's looking good so far. Going back in with the L18 brush, just softening out any harsh lines. Taking the L16 brush, we're going to dip into the shade in Blushing. We're going to be applying this in our inner corner. Mascara, I'm going to apply the Essence I Love Extreme Volume Mascara. For lips, I'm going to apply the shade in Show Off. Here's what everything looks like. My final thoughts on the Nudie 2 palette is that I really did like this. I was actually super surprised by this shade in Risque. I thought it would blend out very patchy, but it applied really nicely on the eyelids. That's why I wanted to apply this all over the lid. I can definitely see myself using this palette versus the first one. Here's a closer look on what the two palettes look like side by side. I prefer the shades in Nudie 2. The two brand new shades she released, Show Off and Skimpy, I did really like as well. Skimpy was a little bit too light for my skin tone, but it definitely looked great with a brown lip liner. I love the shade in Show Off, which I currently have on my lips. The formula is so lightweight and comfortable. It does dry down matte, so currently it is dried down completely. I'm going to do a kiss test on the back of my hand just so I can show you guys that this formula does not budge. There's absolutely no transfer. Another thing I do want to mention is that these are apple scented. It used to be apple scented. Not anymore. I can't smell it. Let me smell the other shade in Skimpy. Yeah, I can't smell it anymore. I'm not sure if Laura removed the scent from the liquid lipsticks, but it did smell very good. I also enjoyed the lipstick trio. The only shade I didn't really like was this shade, this metallic shade in Rose Icing. It was too metallic-y for me. I don't see myself wearing it alone. My favorite shade out of the three was the shade in Kismet. I did like how soft the bristles on her brushes were, and the handles are nice and sturdy. I will have to wash these brushes first before I use them on my face. I'll definitely keep you guys updated in the description box down below. I didn't open the makeup bag. It is very spacious on the inside. I'm gonna try and fit everything. I have Nudie number 2. I have the first palette. Both of the eyeshadow palettes do fit in there. I'm gonna add my liquid lipsticks, 2 new liquid lips, and we'll add the first liquid lips. That's everything in here besides the makeup brushes. I still have to wash, but I'm pretty sure I can fit all of these in here. Here's everything inside. I'm gonna zip everything up. Everything fit in the makeup bag. It does look kind of weird, I guess, because I have the Nudie one, the first original palette, kind of just bulging in there. But yeah, it's a great makeup bag. Nudie number 2 retails for $36. Her entire brush set retails for $60. The first 3 liquid lipsticks she released retails for $32, but it's currently on sale on her website for $18. The Slay Belle liquid lipstick trio retails for $32, but it is currently on sale for $18. Skimpy and Show Off retail for $16 each. Cat's Pajamas retails for $20 on her website, but I don't currently see it on the site. Not sure if she's discontinuing this palette or if it's out of stock. If you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video.